It's my birthday. It's my birthday. I decided to make a video specifically for my birthday because I suppose I'll rein it in some way, shape or form. Even made sure to get a slice with both purple and orange, you know, the channel colours. So this video is going to mostly just be about me talking. I guess that's usually what my videos are anyway, but it's going to be me just verbally vomiting and addressing some things. First and foremost, Hollow Knight. Look how cute that is. Ah, isn't that lovely? Hollow Knight.
When's it coming around?
Just to give a bit of like insight into it, I bit off way more than I could chew. At the time of record, this is being recorded on the 10th, by the way. At the time of recording, the animation is at minimal 30 minutes long. And I'm doing so much stuff with it that I've never done before. So there's a lot of firsts and there's a lot of trial and error and stuff like that. So it's taking a bit. I think the biggest issue with doing something progressively is that you either need to do better if it's your job or something like that, or you just develop this desire to do better and to make sure that whatever you're putting out is the best that it could possibly be, and I am unfortunately suffering from that. As I said, a lot of the stuff that I'm doing as part of this animation is stuff that I've never done before. My animations usually consist of pretty simple designs and, you know, jokes. This animation is very different, and there's a lot of working parts that I've never experienced before, and it's super exciting doing it, but on the other hand, it's very, very time consuming. One thing I don't have a lot of. The other problem is, because I want to make it as good as possible, I have this issue of just like tunnel vision on one aspect of it, and I just try and give like 120% on that one thing, and then I sit back and I look at the whole the whole project, and I go, wow, I've done 0.003% of this whole thing. Fuck! The other problem, which I feel as though a lot of creative people have, is that I constantly get new ideas pop into my head that I want to do, and would definitely be a lot more manageable than a 30-minute animation. Then comes the other problem, which is an idea comes into my head, I then try and figure out how to create that idea or how to make it work. And then by the time that I've maybe figured that out, 3 other ideas have already crept in. And it's just that vicious cycle just repeats over and over and over again until I slowly go mad. I just don't have, I don't have the time or skill. Let's face it, it's more of a skill thing. I don't have the time or skill to keep up with the ideas or keep up with the concepts that come into my head. Perfect example of that, I have a Patreon. You might not know that I have a Patreon because I do not promote it. Why do I not promote it? Because there's fucking hee-haw on it. But it's a good example of all these things I'm like, oh yeah, I want to have like people come in and like do voices and da-da-da and this and that and this and this, and I want to tease things. None of that's happening. That Patreon has been, well, the other problem was I never activated the Patreon. It was just kind of sitting there. That's also on me. But yeah, that's a perfect example of you know, carrot, horse, and then me about 500 miles behind that, is that I just don't have the skill to actually do the things that I want to do. Work and stuff is kind of a big part of that. I'm not going to harp on about work. Do you know what I mean? I think everybody's felt the global collapse. All right, we've all suffered at this point. Work life isn't great. Home life isn't great. My own health isn't great. A lot of these things can either really slow my roll or just stop me right in my tracks immediately. And there's nothing worse than when you're trying to be creative, just like knowing that one of the worst things I feel is like when you're like, okay, I have 2 hours, I need to do something in these 2 hours. and then you just sit and look at a tablet with pen in hand for 2 hours, like, and then you fuck off and go procrastinate. Roadblocks as these are, I do just try and crack on and get it done. Like, I think, I'm not gonna lie and say every day, but every week I do something to do with that particular project. Yeah, so chances are if you're here, or if you watch the content in the channel, whatever, it's for one thing and one thing only, and that's make the Hollow Knight animations. And if the emails that I get off of YouTube are anything to go by of, hey Tofu Nugget, stop making these shitty Let's Play videos that nobody watches and make the animations that everybody does want to watch so that we can make more money off it, then, you know, yeah, if I was following that, that would be my only focus. But YouTube can go take a flying and then you can take your maw and you can ram her right up. I've calmed down. That said, the other issue, there's a lot of issues. The other issue that has sprung up is my just general enjoyment of making stuff. The reason I started doing YouTube animation focused, you know, some of you already know, got a tablet, blah 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 blah, but it was mostly because since a young teen, anime and cartoons and all that sort of stuff was something that I always just enjoyed so much. Because unlike with like real life, obviously, you know, if you've got the budget you can make whatever the fuck you want, but as opposed to like real life, you could make whatever you wanted, you can make whatever world that you wanted, much like books. But a lot more visual for those of us with no attention span whatsoever to speak of. And I had this idea of like, hey, I could do that. Spoiler alert, I fucking can't. The amount of work and effort and skill and dedication that people put into making animations and stuff like that is fucking staggering. So, well done. Round of applause for all it. Well done. Much praise. Yeah, you know, I'm definitely not anywhere close to that, but yeah, once I kind of found my groove, I discovered this part of my personality that just enjoys making stuff, and I don't know, just being quote unquote creative, but you know, predominantly being daft and silly and stupid and making dumb jokes all the fucking time, and it's your fault. The people to blame are you. You want to know why there's no animation out? It's your fault. So yeah, somehow along the way I've become a variety channel. Animations, gameplay, live action bits. Now there's music. Clearly I don't know what I'm doing, and none of the stuff is of any recognizable good standard, but it's the effort that counts, right? Like I said, I constantly have new ideas that come forward in my brain. This is a notepad full of them. I constantly have new ideas that come in, and I can't do them all. I don't have the time. I don't have, let's face it, I don't have the skill or drive. But the reason I make so many Let's Play videos and gameplay and all that sort of stuff is to give me a creative outlet to do something, to feel as though I'm not just not doing anything. Because I feel as though I wouldn't do well with just being stuck doing the same thing for like 6 months, or, you know, just focusing on one thing and that thing only for months and months and months and months and months. I would probably end up like really disappointed that it's not done yet, that I'm not progressing fast enough, all that kind of thing. So doing the gameplay stuff allows me to feel as though I am being creative and actually making something, and I get that I'm not really making anything, I'm just screaming at a video game. I understand that. I have no disillusions of the content that I create. Any of you that have been here for any kind of length of time, or new, if you're new, hi, welcome to the channel, how's it going, it's happening. Bit of a weird video for you to tune into for the first time, but anyway, hi. You know how much I value laughter. I value laughter so much. So when I do get people saying like, oh, I piss myself laughing, or, you know, the usual lol, or just even people saying like, oh, I enjoyed the video, or anything like that, I'm probably reading way too much into it and just putting my own emotional and and mental baggage onto it. But it makes me glad to know that I at least made someone giggle or smile or anything, cause you know, I went through years of being, you know, not really in a good place. Just kind of feeling lost is kind of the best word that I can think. Just no direction, no thing that I was focusing on or pointing towards or kind of anything like that. I think of myself as quite a strong-willed, emotional individual, but there were times where things just weren't great. And when that would happen, I'd go to YouTube and I'd watch like Markiplier or Jacksepticeye or Game Grumps or you know all the ones that I've made animations of. You know, no, not that subtle. And just the action of like smiling, or the emotion and the joy that laughter can bring to you, can sometimes be all you need to just kind of like kickstart the engine again and just, you know, and then just power through. And I done that for, well, I done that. They did that for me for a number of years. And so I kind of do that to myself when I make gameplay videos now. Side note, right? I used to play Pokemon with no sound because back in my day, you had to put batteries in your Game Boy Color, and I used to have to travel a lot, so I was like, well, I better not put the volume on so the batteries last longer. But playing games was what games were. Escapism. It was for me to not have to deal with the shit situation that I was in. But none of the games that I were playing were like silly or whimsical or jokey or anything like that. So when I get to, I now get to, you know, kind of play them now for all of you and react to them and all that kind of stuff and doing the videos, the animation part you don't get to see. You get to see the finished product is the thing. You get to see the culmination of weeks or months or whatever of work. But with gameplay, you get to kind of experience it with me, and because it's happening constantly, it kind of showed me that that was kind of part of the reason that I was unhappy for so long, because all that silliness and stuff like that was just like a facet of my personality that I just kind of put away and locked away and just kind of forgot about it, because the fucking stupid laughs, the the dumb jokes and all that sort of stuff, it's not put on. And sometimes when I see that, sometimes I don't recognize it as me, and it just made me realize that I never had an outlet. I never had something that was mine, or something that I could create, or somewhere that I could just be daft and silly and that be it. So when people do comment, you know, it means a lot to me, because when I used to watch Mark and the Grumps and all that sort of stuff, I never used to comment. I wouldn't say fucking anything. It didn't make what they did any less meaningful to me. It's just kind of what my personality was like. So when people not only take the time to watch the video, but then, you know, put in that extra effort of, you know, going into the comments and actually writing something out, and again, like, I'm reading into it too much, because at the end of the day, like, there's much better content out. There's much better content out there. So when people take the time on my, what I consider to be crappy content, It means a lot. And, you know, again, my own thing of, you know, hey, maybe, you know, maybe I was able to help that person, you know, just smile or have a giggle on a shit day that they're having. Just like what I used to put up with, do you know what I mean? And just need that giggle. And now I've got 3,000 subscribers, and doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to me. I genuinely thought I was going to be this wee Scottish boy away over in a dark wee cobwebby corner of the internet, and that be that. But yeah, I get that not all of you are here for the gameplay or for this. You know, you're here for the Hollow Knight funnies. But it makes me feel really good knowing that, you know, I might be helping someone in some small, very insignificant way. But yeah, let's see. I really wish that I had a format before I started this video. The channel in general. I know that animations aren't coming out at a rapid pace, and I don't want anyone to think that that's because I don't want to do them anymore, or burn out or anything like that, because I do YouTube for me, to make me feel better about my life, to enjoy myself, to connect with some of you nuggets. And I don't think I could go back to being who I was before I had a creative outlet. I don't think I could go back to locking these parts of my personality away and just kind of getting, as I would phrase it, just getting on with life. I don't think I could do that. So stuff will always be coming out, because I'm probably always gonna have the need to be creative and be doing something for me. Likes and subscribes and all that sort of stuff. Like, I get that that's just, you know, a way of measurement. That stuff doesn't really bother me. I do this for me, and I do this to hopefully make other people feel okay, and maybe they have a better day and stuff like that. I mean, for God's sakes, the content I make is about shoving things up your ass a lot of the time, so I'm not going for some kind of deep metaphor here. It's pretty on the fucking nose. The future of the channel. I have a lot of ideas in the pipeline. Are they coming out anytime soon? Probably not. Are they going to be well received? Probably not. Am I still going to do them? Yes. Because although I'm saying as much as, you know, I do YouTube for me, and it's for me, and me, it is hard to separate that feeling. I don't even know how to quantify that feeling. I don't know, just that feeling of like people enjoying. Is it pride? Is it pride that I'm talking about? Because although I've spent like 20,000 hours talking about, you know, making people smile, there is obviously an ego part of it where I feel good that something that I've made is that. I feel good that something that I've made someone else values. Pretty sure that's pride. I think I'm prideful. This is a new thing for me. Yeah, it's hard to not chase that feeling, I guess, of wanting to be proud of something that you've done, because facts, I have given up on everything in my life. Most things even before they started. other than YouTube, other than the content that I've been making here. So it's difficult to not want to continue to make stuff and to continue to feel proud of it and to feel happy that people like it and to feel happy that people value it and stuff like that. It's very difficult, me personally, I feel, to separate that feeling now, because it means a lot to me. God, what is with the emotional speeches, man? It's because I'm old. It's because I've gotten another year older. My knees hurt, my back hurts, I'm fucking yeah, so the future, to actually give you some like facts for things to go home with rather than just me ranting. I've got a lot of ideas for short animations, not just 30-minute long ones that have consumed my entire life. I've got a lot of ideas for short animations. Maybe some more kind of like live action sketches, I'm not sure. That takes time and effort, and me having to go outside. I don't know, maybe more singing. So I don't think that any of my stuff is good, alright? But yous lot say that it's fine, yous get a kick out of it, so fine then. I mean, I'm the one that just like makes stuff and vomits it out into the internet and is just then like, oh great, this GIF exists now. Great. So yeah, I mean, brass tacks. You clicked on a video. I know that for a lot of people that's it. You just go on YouTube to consume content. That's the purpose of YouTube. People make shit, you consume it, and then you go about your day. I understand that that's how it works, and I'm reading way too much into all of it. But sincerely, thanks. Kind of waited until the end because, you know, chances are you've probably clicked off by now. But I appreciate all of you. Those of you that just kind of come in and watch a video, those of you that just purely watch the Hollow Knight content, those of you in my Discord. I have a Discord. I never thought that I would have a Discord. If you want to join it, the link's in the description. They're lovely people. There's only really one rule, and that's don't be a cunt, which is kind of the rule that we should all be following in life anyway. Yeah, I don't really know what I was going for with this video. It's my birthday and I was just feeling like having a chat with you and kind of bringing you up to speed on how I'm doing, because it's difficult to do that when you're playing a game. I love doing YouTube and I love experimenting with it and stuff like that, and I wish I could do more. That's the only downside is that now that I'm being creative and now that I'm making stuff and now that people are enjoying it and I'm enjoying that people are having a good time with it and stuff like that, I've developed a hunger for it, and I just kind of constantly need to be satiating it in some way, shape or form. But yeah, I want to make more animations, so I get more of that stuff out. I want to do more stuff with you, you specifically. Hey, pay attention, you specifically. Okay? Be ready, check your emails. I have a Twitch that I stream on once in a while, if I have a weekend free. I want to do more stuff with you lot. I want to make more stuff. I want yous to enjoy your content. I want to enjoy making the content. I just want to have a good time. And yeah, I think that's about it. I've really never been happier in my life than where it's at just now. And just like it's your fault that no animations are coming out, it's your fault that I'm happy. How fucking dare you? So thanks. I think that's it. So that's your whack for today. Sorry it's not a gameplay video. Sorry it's not an animation. Maybe I'll clickbait it. Maybe I'll put Hornet in the thumbnail. Just a Holden Hornet and a slice of cake. That's your whack for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. There was nothing to enjoy, but if you did, you enjoyed it. I suppose smash the like button. Geese your banter in the section down below. all that jazz, and I will catch you nuggets, hopefully in something less sappy tomorrow. Alright? Cheery bye.